Hi guys, I'm back once again. Today I've got a little bit of a rescue mission that some guy yesterday, I think it was, he posted on the community for FPV in Manchester that he lost his drone, his FPV quad, up in Buxton. He was doing a flight and he ended up testing out the failsafe, I think it was, and ultimately the failsafe didn't work and the drone has ended up crashing. I'll post up all the bits and bobs so you can see exactly what happened from his point of view. So I volunteered, because it's not too far away from where I live, that we can go and have a look, go and see if we can find it, and hopefully we can do a bit of a rescue mission. I'm off on my new motorbike, which is lovely little beast. So I'm all packed, ready to go. I'm taking the Mini 3. Essentially, we've got a mission impossible to go and find a drone. So wish us luck and let's get on with it. See you in a bit. Ready. Excuse the wind. Yeah, we're kind of halfway there. Just thought I'd have a quick stop and I'll show you now exactly. It's just over the other side there. So if you can see, that's the quarry where he's lost his drone. You probably remember this area from where I lost my FPV drone myself. It was somewhere around here. So that's where we're heading to. We've got to go all the way right round like that, and yeah, let's crack on. Oh, she is a beauty. So we just arrived, locking the bike up, and I can't get past this private land. I can't ride up there, so I'm gonna have to walk. Yeah, just locking the beast up and set the alarm, and let's go. So according to the map, this is where I've got to go, up this path here, where hopefully, let me get in this door. Always lock the gates behind you guys. Morning, well, afternoon. How are you ladies? You all good? Yeah, I know, it's a lovely day. Anyway, onwards. I'll see you on the way back, guys. Love you, bye. Well, at the top of the hill, this is the quarry. I don't want to go too far in because it's quite treacherous. So let's go and have a look over the side. So according to the map and the information that this guy sent me, it landed somewhere over this side. Now, it doesn't really do it justice on camera, but that's a bloody long way down. Right, just to give you a sense of how high this place is, I'm going to throw this, make sure there's no one down there first. Oh god, that's scary. So yeah, watch. It's a long way down. I think it's on that second level. Could be the third, but there's no way of accessing that at all. And there's just too much shale and rocks that I think the only way retrieving that is by another drone with a hook, which I don't have with me today. This is just basically a recce to see if, just to see if I can find it. But yeah, I think it's over there. I tried, but can't get up. I got to that point there. Yeah, too dangerous. When you look at all of these, you know, you think that climbing up this is going to be easy, but there's a lot of loose rock. Yeah, so there's no way I'm going to go all the way over there. It's just too physically demanding. So many loose rocks that you just underestimate. It looks fine on the camera, but as soon as you start standing on stuff, you realise how loose it is. So I think it's going to be another job for another day. I should have bought a drink. I'm quite thirsty, it's quite hot, but I'm going to tell you one piece of advice. That is definitely not Vimto. Don't drink stuff from the ground. It could be something else.
Thousands of tears later.
Oh, give me 1 minute. Slight change of plan. Oh. We decided to go for it. I'm going to show you where we are now. We're on level 3. We've had to walk all the way around, all the way up to the top. And I tell you, I'm 49 and I'm not as fit as I used to be. God, more exercise. I hope my bike's okay down there. So I was over there and I walked all the way to there and tried climbing up this little bit here, but it's too steep and the rocks are too loose. But here we are at level 3, and kindly enough, Alistair, the only Alistair in the caving and abseiling club round here, has kindly offered to go down as far as he can, keeping it safe, to go and retrieve this drone. I told him where it is. It's literally on the corner on the left hand side, so fingers crossed he gets it. If he doesn't, do you know what, thank you to that guy, what a legend. The only other alternative is to go and get the Air 2 out with a hook and a lanyard, kind of drop it down and try and hook it up, but it's so close to the rocks that if if I turn obstacle avoidance off, it's just gonna, it might blow into it, you know, so I don't want to chance that. But we'll see how he does.
One debt to society later.
So it's day 2. Well, it's day 3. Day 2 mission for the retrieving the drone. So yeah, packed up, ready to go. I just couldn't leave it there, so I've come back to get the big guns, which is the Air 2, and got the beast, and I'll see you down there. So we're back again, guys. So this time I'm going to try and get the drone, because leaving it last time I just wasn't satisfied. I didn't feel like I'd put enough of an effort in to get it, simply because I didn't bring the right equipment. You're probably wondering how am I going to do that. So what I brought with me today is like a length of paracord. I've also got some Velcro straps, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap it around the drone, and then I'm going to attach some of this rope underneath. I've got this little camera bag strap as a weight, which I'm going to attach. The reason I'm going to use this is I don't want to chance snagging anything and for the rope to sort of bounce back up and potentially hit the props and cause my drone to get tangled up and crash. So this is a bit of a weight that I'm going to add to this, and then at the bottom of the rope there's a company called Olight that makes torches, and you can get this O bulb, and with the O bulb they give you this tiny little loop magnet, so I can clip this on, and I'm going to try to hook onto one of the motors, because the last thing I want to do is to try and hook onto something and potentially get snagged up there and not be able to detach from whatever it is I'm snagged to. So the first thing I'm going to try is this magnet, try and latch onto something metallic and try and lift it up that way. So I'm going to set all that up now, and then we'll get the drone launched in the air, and then we'll start heading over very tentatively. So I've rigged it up. I'll show you what I've done. I've got 2 straps of Velcro. That's to try and keep it balanced so it doesn't start sliding about, you know, with this moving. There's still a bit of play, so it can move slightly, but I don't want it to move so far back that it actually tips the drone in one way or the other. So I've put a couple on there, and then underneath, as you can see, I've put some paracord on, and then as we go up on the length of it, I'll show you this bit. I've hooked this bag strap for a camera and then hooked it through, and then on the end we've got a little magnet. So essentially what we're doing today is we're going drone magnet fishing for another drone, and fingers crossed it works. I'm going to give this a quick test because I've never done this before. It's just sort of improvising. I'll give it a tug as well so we can see just how well the drone, the Air 2, behaves on it. In the infamous words of Han Solo, I am going to say that if I'm not comfortable with this, I'm not going ahead with it. So it's not worth losing this drone, to be honest. So there we go, it's on. Give it a tug. Right, let's go for it. I've been looking at the footage and I don't think it's possible to get it, to be honest. As much as I snagged it, what I'm looking at here is there's not enough surface area on this magnet. I mean, it's only a tiny magnet and it's got to be small and lightweight, so the drone isn't actually carrying too much weight. That is an iFlight Nazgul Evoke. I think it's the 5-inch version. So there's just not enough surface area, and this is a very strong magnet, but it's just not got enough surface area to attach to. You know, you're talking about a small motor that it's trying to attach to. When I was trying to lift it up, I had to put full power on the drone, on the Air 2, for it to lift up, and even then it was struggling. I was not able to lift it. But what I was doing was I was dragging the drone backwards away.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Mission fail. Anyway, guys. Well, did manage to get it. Pretty gutted, but I did try, and I'm not going to risk that drone. You know, my Air 2, just not going to do it. I put the Velcro on in a way to balance the drone, so it doesn't take the weight and drop the drone onto one side and it kind of start veering off and maybe crash. I put the paracord on and the bag strap with the magnet, but there's just not enough surface area to attach to such a small motor. Now, like I said before, those magnets are pretty strong. I assumed that it was enough to hold the weight of the drone, but it's just not got enough solid flat surface area for it to stick to. So it lifted up and my drone was having a problem. Now, as I was lifting up with the drone, I was having to go full power, and it just wouldn't lift. I didn't go like bang it straight up, like just very smoothly put it up to full power, and it just wouldn't lift it. So as I started to back off a little bit away from the drone, it started to lift and drag, and then the magnet detached. The drone fell, you know, 3 feet away from where I lifted it up. So it was a mission fail. It's future me here. Good news, we've managed to find the drone. The guy who lost it has took his FPV up to the quarry about 2 days after and managed to hook up with a lanyard and a coat hanger. It's a good end to an impossible mission, and I'm happy that he's got it back. He's happy that he's got it back, and yeah, so good news. There's going to be more content coming soon. I've just been so busy for the past 7 months since September that I've not had a chance to do anything. My time has just been maxed out and I've had no time to myself, whereas now I've got 4.5 months off and getting back to creating content. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It'd help me out massively, just for the algorithm to recommend more content and so on. So I will hopefully see you very soon. So take care, have a good one, bye for now.